What's your biggest flex that you'll never tell anyone? In my public speaking class I had to give a speech on procrastination. I wrote the speech an hour before class. In my feedback notes I was told I had great preparation. The expert. The beginning of my English course one year, our teacher told us that we needed to put in the work and spread it out over the deadlines because you can't write a beautiful essay the night before it's due. I did our final project the night before it was due, got 96%, and told the teacher I'd done it all the night before, smiley face. She was a good teacher though, thanks Janet. Had a class where the professor was pissed that everyone did really bad on an essay and was yelling at the class. He said that aside from one person who got a 97% he was disappointed with everyone there. I had the 97%. Similar thing happened to me in an English class junior year of high school. Assigned some book, maybe To Kill a Mockingbird? And I read it like 5 times before the exam. Teacher said that he curved it to the highest score and no one had ever gotten a 100% in all his years of having the test. Just before he started passing the tests back he asked me how many times I read the book. I was shy and quite in high school so having every eye on me sucked. But anyways he said he was impressed and I ended up getting extra credit on it because he curved it to the next highest score. This. Had a 20-something page paper due in college and I started at research at 10 p.m. the night before it was due. When professor was returning papers she said the majority of them were alright but one person had failed and only one person would receive an A. Surely I'd received the failing grade due to my procrastination, but imagine my surprise when I saw that 98%. I raised $100,000 for a scholarship fund in the memory of my deceased twin brother. Since that time we've given away over 200 scholarships. I'm sorry about your brother, but it's amazing you were able to help so many people less than 3. I am on the top page of the high scores for rune crafting in the game Old School RuneScape. How did you have time to write this comment? Shouldn't you be grinding? Damn, rune crafting is so hard for me. Nice one. I never get bored. Ever. It's a useful superpower when I'm stuck in certain situations. I'm never interested. Is it possible to learn this power? I keep light up sketches under my bed to walk around the house at night. You genius. Well, that's just adorable. I ran over a half marathon at night for 5 months every day. I shouldn't be proud because that was my lowest point mentally, but I was. You sound like a close friend of mine that does a lot of night running due to insomnia. I won a YouTuber's writing competition. My story got seen by 100k people, which was cool. But all the other winners got a trip to VidCon for a live reading of their stories. I didn't because I don't have social media. Yes, I'm still salty about it, 7 years later. Fucking sucks. I once made a cool piece of art, and a friend posted it to Reddit, and it ended up making it into the game. My friend got all the credit, and to this day I've been wanting that item I designed. That was like 6 years ago, so I don't blame your salt. I would like to hear your story. Would you record it for Reddit? Woman in my office had a fairly long piece of TP attached to her shoe and I stepped on it and detached it from her shoe. I felt like a superhero. I still feel like a superhero about it. Bless people like you. I once had a server purposefully drop something next to our table, just so she could have an excuse to bend over and grab the toilet paper off of my shoe. I still think about her from time to time. I saw Elton John in Vegas. Red Piano Tour. During Benny and the Jets, I can whistle extremely loudly. I nailed the whistle part that is on live version of the song that plays on the radio. He smiled. I saw him live once while he unfortunately was battling a bad flu. Still sounded fucking amazing though, and at one point he turned around to throw up in a bucket behind the piano. We were in the seats sort of behind the stage, supposed to be the cheap seats, but he always turned around and acknowledged us, so it was great. and just cheered as loud as we could to show support, and he laughed and put his finger up to his mouth as if to say SSH. It's a secret. / stop drinking knows. But in real life no one really knows. I'll be 4 years sober in March. 42F. Very happy. Not going back. One decision every day. Edit, thank you for the heartwarming. That's lovely. My biggest flex I keep quiet is that I made right about $15,000 playing a video game semi-professionally. Now is the time where people think stuff like that is cool, but 2 years ago when it was happening I got made fun of by my girlfriend the one time I mentioned it. What game did you play? Hate to break it to you, but that was cool 2 years ago and your girlfriend was just cruel. Who makes fun of someone for making $15,000 from something as fun as video games? I have enough old, valuable Magic the Gathering cards to buy a car. A new, really nice car. I don't tell anyone IRL because they're from when I was young and collected them, and my current social circle would think it's kid/nerd stuff and wouldn't understand. Doesn't get me down, though. Current plan is to hold on to them until they go up enough over time to match my mortgage balance, then use them to pay off my house. Consider a safety deposit box. Floods, fires, mold, etc. can really kill your valuables. When my girlfriend and I worked at the same bar, I threw a coaster at her like a frisbee. It arced over her and like 20 customers only to land perfectly on the neat stack of other coasters like 50 feet away. It was so fucking cool, but nobody noticed except one customer who I later had to kick out for taking a nap on the bar. No point in telling anybody, but I look back fondly on that moment. I saw a guy throw a dart once and hit the backside of a dart already on the board. He was standing really far away in an attempt at flexing, and achieved way harder than he ever intended to. We had camera phones and took pictures, but nobody believed the story anyway. He was really let down that I was the only one who noticed. So I kinda understand this story on a spiritual level. I'm sure your toss was amazing. Edit, I'm getting a lot of responses that this isn't very rare. It's interesting to learn that, but to quote myself in response to another user below, seems that way, a few people are coming out of the woodwork saying they've seen it before. The thing that really made it stand out was how far away he was, like 30 feet, and he only threw the one dart. It's not like it happened incidentally during a game or whatever. There was one dart on the board and he threw one dart bragging about his accuracy. He was full of shit, but it was awesome to witness, haha. But thanks for the input. I have a similar story. When I was in high school we were playing basketball in gym one time. When it was time to put the balls back on the rack in the closet and pack up, I was on the opposite side of the gym. I lined up my shot and rolled the ball across the gym like a bowling ball, and it shot between several pairs of legs without getting hit, and it whizzed into the closet, bumped the bottom shelf, jumped and put itself away. Like one other dude saw me do it and he freaked out and came running across the gym to congratulate me, and so I made a new friend that day, LOL. I have gotten to a place in my life that unless I tell someone, it is nearly impossible to tell I have autism. Same dude. Whenever I tell anyone I always get the "wow, I never would have known" reaction. I'm not a big fan of people saying that I don't look autistic, skeptical. I saw a lizard in the middle of a busy road. I bent down on the side of the road and called for it as I put my hands out, and he ran straight into my arms. I carried him to safety and didn't think anything of it until I heard a stranger behind me go, "Did y'all see that shit? She's a lizard whisperer. Man, I wish there was another witness because I bet I looked cool." I saved a baby squirrel this same exact way. I didn't think about how crazy it was that the squirrel came running and hiding in my jacket till later that day. 4-lane busy road, and its mom was roadkill in the middle of it. And it was frantically investigating its mom as cars drove by. Still breaks my heart. My lifelong best friend's mom was a lover of reptiles. She used to have a broom in the back of her Mazda to tow stubborn snapping turtles across the road and notoriously rescued countless animals. Reading this made my heart happy. I couldn't help but picture her at the side of the road cheering you on. RIP to an amazing lady that encouraged children to look beyond the scaly to see the wonderful, and cheers to you for helping random critters that cross you path. Heart. At one point I could sing along perfectly to We Didn't Start the Fire. I still know most of the words, but I'm always so embarrassed to sing in front of other people. Lol. I'm sorry, but didn't Ryan start the fire? ETA, thank you for the awards, kind strangers. Not even Billy Joel remembers the lyrics. Lol. He's admitted to needing a lyrics binder when he plays it live. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.